trips, with fans welcoming visiting sides with banners exclaiming "Welcome to Hell." No English side had escaped with all 3 points, and few fancied Champions League novices Chelsea to buck that trend. Commentary comes from Ron Atkinson and Peter Drury.
Well, after an hour a man lied at the bridge 3 weeks ago, Galatasaray have a quorum again. Tafarel's dismissal then and suspension now have caused the hasty elevation of Mehmet into goal. He played in a domestic league game on Friday by way of rehearsal and did keep a clean sheet. Arif and Popescu both play their 50th European game tonight. Tugay and teenager Emre come into an otherwise unchanged side. In a visiting team on nights like these, you look for particular experience and coolness. Well, Didier Deschamps did run the Galatasaray gauntlet for Juventus only last December. Albert Ferrer also came here with Barcelona. Significant changes from the weekend defeat at Anfield. Wise sent off then and dropped now. Petrescu subbed then, replaced now. Flo, who finished then, starts now. And it is Frank Leboeuf who will skipper the side. Haji's ball for Hakan Şükür, who's big and rangy and hard to hold off the ball, and who has lured yet another indiscretion from Frank Leboeuf, and Leboeuf sees yellow. It's hard to disguise the fact that that run was coming.
Yeah, you don't have to be a brain surgeon to realise he had three in the first, 10 minutes or so. You're not going to get away with too many. He's got to be patient there. He might think he's a bit unlucky there, Frank Leboeuf. He looks as if he got the ball. But like I say, free kick in a dangerous area. If you can't win possession, just jockey the player away. I'll tell you what, if he gets 3 or 4 free kicks, Haji, in this range, he's going to score with one of them, that's for sure.
Well, he's had one to sort out his sights. Haji hit the wall first time. It's Haji again! De Hoy hurriedly across, and the post to his rescue.
It's behind you, Big Ed. It's behind you. This one's nearly behind you as well. I think you'll say it's got it covered. Good save, good flick up the edge of the box.
Haji, Babayaro at his back. Hakan Şükür through the middle. Awkward one again for Desai, who just got enough on it, but Hakan Şükür has kept it in. 2 guys arriving. Arif's header! And De Hoy's clutch.
2 things from there straight away. I've got to be warnings bells for Chelsea. That's a nice little ball in. Arif almost gets over the top of him. I think Ed De Hoy thinks it's going wide to start with. Ensures that there's no problem.
Desai, massively tested already. Leboeuf, who's still second in the queue behind Laurent Blanc to join Desai in the French international side. Lasso, he's got away from Fati, and Lasso to the byline. He felt he was checked, but he hurled himself at Capone as much as Capone hurled himself at him, and the outcome is a goal kick.
Yeah, but it's positive. He went at the defender, he went past Fati at one stage. I mean, that's trying to buy a decision there, Graham Lasso.
Tugay. Haji. He's played it through the legs of Morris. Tugay again. Emre. Player with a teenager's appetite. Hakan Ünsal. Terrific spreading of the play. Unsal's ball in. And Ferrer went to Barcelona. He played with that club on this ground and was beaten here 5 years ago. Flo to chase. Fati going back and feeling the Norwegian breath on the back of his neck. Dealing with the whole situation with marvellous assurance.
where Galatasaray have done particularly well in the early stages of the game. They've managed to push Zola so deep, and he's still effective from there. He can still pick a pass or do a trick, but the last place you want Zola is round the edge of your penalty box.
More news from Group F in the Champions League tonight. And Rangers have taken the lead in a key game for them against PSV Eindhoven. Amoruso with the goal. And furthermore, there's been an equaliser in Spain. It is Valencia 1, Bayern Munich 1, the equaliser from the penalty spot. And that would be just about ideal for Rangers, were it to stay that way. Lasso, mistake by Capone. Zola arriving far post. It's come through to Gus Poyet! No one needs telling how fiercely he connects, and Mehmet would have felt the sting.
Don't underestimate the part little Zola plays in it. He knows he's not going to do it to get the ball, but he jumps high enough just to put the defender off, and a good first-time shot there from Poyet.
Chelsea's best moment, Chelsea's corner, Desai forward. Header from Flo. Torre, Andre Flo is Belisha Beacon striker, very, very visible. A draw for Chelsea would be somewhere significantly close to satisfactory. It won't do for the Turkish side. The So's header through, Flo tumbling, kept Chelsea on the ball. Morris aims to do the same. And in his ferocious ambition so to do, he errs in the eyes of the referee again. Two little lads, both barely touching 20 in direct opposition. Emre, tackled by Poyet. Allowed to go this time by the referee. Through by Zola, Flo's onside. He timed his run well. It's Torre Andre Flo all alone, and with Morris charging up in support. Flo won't need it. Torre Andre Flo for Chelsea. And the silence is deafening. Torre Andre Flo, who timed his run so well.
This is where he does well. He holds up. He's actually looking for support first of all. Can't get it. Popescu doesn't close him down. He shifts the ball, picks a spot, and arrows it past the keeper. At this stage, he's looking for his midfield players to come galloping up. He shapes. Nobody there tucks in. Defender can't close him out. Good shot into the far corner.
Away by Morris. Down by Popescu. Emre. Slack, Zola, and Flo was a yard offside, only a couple of yards inside opposition territory.
But he's read a lot of passes from Zola tonight. Flo, I mean, they played offside virtually in the opponent's half there.
Fati, Hakan Suko with the flick! Very, very close. His was the first flick, De Hoy's was the critical second, and the crossbars was the third. Zola again setting off and going. He's not one who comprehends the notion of a less cause. Popescu. Desai commanded okay then. Deschamps attempted to keep it going, even from a prone position. And was awarded a free kick into what is now, as you see from the ticking clock, turning into additional stoppage time. We were promised a minute. Zola. Morris.
You know, every time you see Chelsea, you have to say about the contribution little Zola makes. Brilliant.
And he has contributed forcibly to a highly successful first half for Chelsea. Never mind hell, this is close to utopia. Torre Andre Flo, Chelsea lead at half-time in Istanbul by that goal to nil. Chelsea have had two options when they came to this ground: to be intimidated or to be invigorated. And in the first half, they surely chose the latter. In response to Chelsea, Galatasaray have made two changes at half-time. Number 22, Umit, and number 23, Hakan Sash, are the players who have come on. And certainly in the case of Hakan Sash, number 23, that is a bold attacking move. He's a left-sided striker who might be involved very early on in the second half. Indeed, the cross is played towards him at the back post. Hakan Sash with a header, and Jody Morris with the clearance from around about the penalty spot. And Haji is one of the players who has given way. Hakan Unsol with the ball across the face of the penalty area. This is Okan. Played in towards Hakan Sukor, out by Leboeuf. Further clear by Zola. Two-guy with the shot, which didn't have a lot of venom, and Desailly brought it clear. Capone. An energetic start from Galatasaray, stung perhaps by managerial words at the break. Okan with the cross, Arif attempting to flick on, Leboeuf with a header clear. Capone, the Brazilian. Okan. Leboeuf in a physical challenge with Umit. Tugay. Deschamps penalised, his foot was a little raised. And here comes the boys again. Tugay over the set piece. Popescu is forward as a target for it. Out by Flo, and Leboeuf had been hurt in attempting to make the original covering header in any case. Hakan Sukor, Arif, well read by Leboeuf, really well read and well broken up, then by Lasso, and now by Morris, and Zola has a bit of space, and Capone going across. And Zola's held it up expertly, and Celestine Babayara has joined it. Zola again. Morris waiting edge of the penalty area, Flo waiting back post, it's Zola's cross, it's Poyet's header, it's Torre Andre Flo, it's 2-0 Chelsea! In the ground they love to name hell, it's getting closer and closer to Chelsea utopia.
We wondered why he'd made the decision at the start to leave Sutton out and bring in Torre Andre Flo. There's the answer. Nice little drop header from a Zola cross, and when it's United, he hooks that one in perfect.
Umit, and Tugay again, he's been pivotal, just in front of the back four, but a passer as well, a distributor. Popescu. Terribly short pass from Popescu, which left Hakan Sash with not much of a chance. Tugay gets it back, and Hakan Sukor rises, and Arif attempts to turn mid-air and gathers it in, and required Ed de Hoy to read, to anticipate, and to plunge at his near post.
Yeah, you tend to think that the game is over now, but you have to remember, was it in the first game they came back from a 2-goal deficit, Galatasaray, and managed to pull it out, pull something out the bag?
That's exactly right. They were 2 down to Hertha Berlin inside a quarter of an hour and got a draw. They were also 2 down in the San Siro and fought back to 2-1.
You know full well if they got a goal, if they could get it to 2-1, particularly quickly, the crowd would lift, the crowd would erupt. But at the moment, they look as if for the first time they may have realised they may have lost. They do seem to be playing like a team that's lost a lot of spirit, lost a lot of heart.
Emre, Deschamps. Chelsea playing with poise now, and Zola running from deep, and onside, and all alone, Gianfranco Zola must be 3-0 Chelsea! Oh, that means so much. What a wonderful pass from deep, and Zola has never known such solitude in front of goal.
You know, it's amazing. That's a tribute to his class. At no given time did you ever think he was going to miss. As he's running through, I'm thinking there's a young and inexperienced keeper facing one of the world's great players. Which tricks are he going to do him with? I thought he was going to nutmeg him on this, but he's run from a deep position. They're looking for Torre Andre Flo being offside, but he's walking back. Now look at this. One-on-one, looks up, nice and steady, does a trick, lollipops him, does it once, opens the goal up for himself. Inexperienced goalie being very, very much punished.
Umit. Caballero's challenge. Umit went down, and the referee has interpreted that as a foul. From the point of view of the Chelsea fullback, it's unnecessary indiscretion insofar as the ball was clearly destined to go out for the corner, but Umit, for a goal kick, I beg your pardon, but Umit had played for the foul and he got it, and the free kick's a dangerous one, and Dahoy was caught in an awkward predicament, barely off his line, but still in no man's land.
This is incredible when this ball comes over. How Umit misses this one.
Hassan Sash. Arif. Tackle from Ferrer.
Yeah, they've dealt with him very well, Arif. I mean, he looks a very, very powerful threat. In the half hour or so he played at Stamford Bridge, but they've dealt with him very well. He's played a little bit deeper today as well.
And Chelsea are now preparing to make a couple of changes. There's Dennis Wise, omitted tonight, not, we gather, because of matters disciplinary. He's sending off at Anfield, merely as part of Gianluca Vialli's squad rotation system. When he gets a game now, Didier Deschamps gives way. As you see, Gustavo Poyet is also giving way, and Dan Petrescu will come on for Chelsea. Wise playing his 28th game in European football for Chelsea, and that sets a new record for the club. He goes away from John Hollins on 27.
I don't think you'd have got a bet with a fair bit of time to go that they could have afforded the luxury of withdrawing Didier Deschamps, but this is a good chance for them here.
Arif shots. Goal kick.
Yeah, should have scored there, Arif. Runs under it well, opens it up on his left foot. He's got plenty of time and space. He's not closed down. Hasn't even made the keeper work. Certainly the best chances from a movement.
Babayaro. Lasso. Flo. The flag has stayed down. He has Wise in the middle. It's Flo. It's Dennis Wise. How he will love that moment. And why wouldn't he? This is icing on a cake so rich as to be thoroughly, thoroughly palatable for those who've travelled from Chelsea. 4-0. 4-0 in Istanbul.
Well, that's unselfish. I mean, I think he'd have taken some stick if he hadn't laid it into the path. You've seen a whole defence now. You've seen the Turkish defence, Galatasaray. They've laid down, they've died, but they're just running at will now, the Chelsea front players.
What a moment for the Chelsea captain, who didn't start, but could hardly help finishing. Hakan Ünsal. Ferrer. Two-guy shot.
He's actually kept battling Two-guy. Number 20, the captain. He's one of the few that hasn't let his head drop, that's trying to keep it going.
Babayaro. So look at the space he's got and the options he's got. Get back to Morris. Petrescu. Wise has gone outside of him. Petrescu was part of a Star Bucharest side a decade ago that overcame Galatasaray home and away in the two-leg semi-final. He actually scored in Bucharest. Galatasaray Galatasaray's greatest European Cup year when they reached the last 4.
Yeah, probably the goal he got at the bridge in the first match, you know, will be the most important out of the lot as well. You know, if they'd come out of that with a no-score draw, then who knows? But that was a big psychological moment as well for Chelsea.
Maviaro, Ambrosetti, Flo wants it, Ambrosetti's had a go! Oh, what a super goal! What a goal! All his own work.
I mean, he's got the luxury there, Ambrosetti, when he controls, he's at a very tight angle, and he's actually got, I think it was Flo, we didn't quite see him in the picture there. I thought he was going to face it across the goal for somebody coming in. He's picked his spot, and
the poor young goalkeeper does not know which day it is. Petrescu. Wise. Leboeuf. Lasso. Maviaro. All right, the headlines now. Chelsea's Turkish delight. What more do you need to know than that information? Galatasaray 0, Chelsea, hear it, Chelsea 5.